And welcome again to BIONICLE Commentary Central.
Bathtub.
I almost said BIONICLE Comedy Central, but that's our channel, not our podcast. Anyways, before we start and go into all the madness, the ever-increasing madness, I just wanted to point out, on Britney.com, you have there's a seller named Buy My Junk Please. Very honest, I like that. And if you look at his listings, I found this the other day, he has one parts category and one color category. And this guy is apparently selling 783 trans neon green mirrors.
LQ, you have something to buy.
Yeah, I am going to buy some sooner or later.
You going to buy all of them?
No, maybe like 20 of them.
When we meet, will you give one to me?
If I end up buying 20 of them, yes.
Why would you buy 20? What would you do with 20?
Well, I already have about 10 normal mirrors.
I have no clue what just happened to the mic there.
Yeah, Chris was the one who sold me these mirrors in the first place.
That's right. Then you made that stupid video from the French Revolution where you have like a bunch of mirrors pasted onto people in the crowd.
French Revolution? That's the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
That's what that is?
Yes.
For some reason I thought it was from the French Revolution.
Alexander?
What can I say if an uncle who works in a watch factory, all he does is stand around making faces?
Alexander, you have failed this city.
Well, I guess since we've already announced... my mind just gave out again. I can't speak. Never mind. I'm LQ. Go on.
Well, I would just like to point out that
introduction. That was the word I was looking for.
Introduction? Bro, we hadn't even gotten to the master scheme yet. This is a plan.
Master plan.
783 years in the making. Like, you know those game shows when they win like a heck of a lot of money?
Yeah.
In fish?
Yeah. I mean, like, one of these days, you know, I might end up on one of those game shows. I'll say hi, of course. But if you win a lot of cash, even after the government taxes the life out of it...
You still have enough for an ungodly amount of mirrors. Of course.
Exactly. I did the calculations. If I were to buy all those mirrors, it would be $978.75, not including shipping. But then again, how would it be to ship 783 mirrors? It's not like we're shipping a car.
I have a hard time believing he really has that many.
Well, he's got 100% positive feedback from 15 orders.
If he does have that many, I want to know the backstory about how he got all these mirrors.
Maybe he swindled him out of people.
Maybe we should invite him onto the podcast.
You know, let's do it. No, let's just totally do that. Send him an email right now. Tell him we want to take him on the podcast and question him about the mirrors for a few minutes. I'm not even kidding. Do it.
LQ, you have an unhealthy obsession over mirrors.
I don't.
Right after this podcast, I will contact him.
I only own a few more mirrors than I own of Kakamas. Not Kakamas. Yes, Kakamas? Yes, Kakamas.
Kakama.
Vakama.
Kakama.
No
kama.
Anyways, if I win like just an obnoxious amount of money and have a few bucks to throw around here and there, I'm going to buy every last one of those mirrors. Just in one shipment, just do it. Nike. Just Nike mode.
And then I will start buying those mirrors from you slowly until they are all transferred to me.
Yeah, because you're gonna have $1,000 worth of spend on Bionicle. Yes, sirree. Of course. You're just gonna slowly accumulate $1,000. It's like,
you know how Witch Doctor is? Oh, you're not finished?
Oh, sorry. I'm done. I'm done with my crazy rant.
You know how Witch Doctor goes for so much now on eBay and all that?
I actually only heard that recently because I was so uninterested in Hero Factory sets, I just cut myself off from any news for them.
Well, it's sad because I got Witch Doctor and he's great. But this General Grievous set, I should buy 2 and then wait 5 years and sell the second one
I think
really
I'm
overpriced.
Actually going to do that too. I think this set's going to be a collector's edition in the future.
I want to sell the second one at like $50. And since everyone else is selling theirs for $100, I'll get more money than them.
It's like a savings bond, except you know you're going to get your money back.
I just saw 1,000 random different stories from my crazy childhood, but I think I should spare you guys.
I want to sell this Grievous
tell
for
one.
$20.
So you know, I've been a pretty avid Lego fan. The one thing that my dad cannot understand is why am I such a Lego fan? Because I'm kind of I'm introverted.
You're an introvert.
Stalker, haha. And I like building stuff. I like collecting stuff. My dad is like the go outdoors, hang out in the woods type. And for the longest time,
bang your head against trees.
Actually, still to this day, now I think about it, he cannot fathom why I buy Lego. And come to think of it, I don't really know why I buy Lego, minus the fact I'm just a diehard fan. And so, when I was little, he always tried to convince me to save money. I don't know if it was him, or I don't know if it was me, but he could never get the concept across to me that saving your money means you still have it. I just imagine, like, and he says, yeah, we should make you a bank account. I always imagine the bank is like a big hole where you just take that fistful of dollar bills you collected from, like, I don't know, chores around the house, and you just throw it down there, and you never see it again. And that was the bank, apparently.
This makes me really nervous because you control our bank account.
Exactly. Now, see, since then, I've had the opportunity to actually sit down and go, okay, how does this work?
You don't know how this all works, and you're the one who Elq trusted with a bank account?
Yeah, that's the shocker part.
No, the reason I trust it because he's the only one of us who's currently 18.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Exactly. Ladies, phone numbers at the bottom of the podcast. Unless you're not a BIONICLE fan, then I'm kidding. But thankfully Chris, now, I understand how the bank works, and I understand that it isn't just a hole in the ground where I throw in my loose change.
Exactly.
Which has been good.
It's not exactly a hole in the ground. It's almost.
It's almost a hole in the ground. I'm still trying to figure out now how much money my dad owes me from that banking from trying to take my money and put it in a bank account that I never saw again. But in the words of Elsa, let it go.
Shut up, Chris. You know what? Oh, what was I going to say? I wonder if we should get like some kind of identity theft protection now.
Yeah.
I feel like Chris is going to be the guy who falls prey to identity thieves. Like this, he receives a bill in the mail for the BCC, and it's like $10,000.
Well, we know Mirus won't call thief to identity theft. He thinks we're identity thieves in the first place.
Yeah, we steal his ideas.
Well, that's idea theft, not identity theft.
They begin with I, don't they?
Okay. Do we really want to run with this logic?
Right.
It's like a bagel and a boat. You can eat them both. They start with a B.
This is why I have Krekalok, the most extensive identity theft protection there is.
But you have no idea. You have amnesia. You don't remember who you are.
It'll be sure to protect our Bangladesh kingdom.
Yes. King Ayubin Budi is very worried.
I feel like now, not BIONICLE, but YouTube is going to suggest that we open up a charity fund. It'll be Dear BIONICLE Commentary Central, because that's how they always start their emails. We've noticed in your video content that you keep referencing your Bangladesh kingdom. I'd like to let you know about the donation function on your YouTube channel.
Oh, I am never going to do that. That just seems like a selfish money grab in some way.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I might do that. But here's the thing.
Chris, you're a miser.
Donations are okay as long as you're honest. Like,
honest? You always guilt people into them giving you donations.
Yeah.
I've guilted people into getting
if
donations.
If you want to give us money, just watch our videos. That's how I see it.
And if you feel like you want to give more, I mean, I'm not going to say no, of course.
We want money.
My PayPal account is...
We have a PayPal account now?
Yes, I have a PayPal account.
You're the worst financial advisor ever, Chris.
I use PayPal to buy stuff on Bricklink. How else am I going to buy those 783 trans green Mirus?
We should see if we could get some identity theft protection to sponsor us.
Doesn't YouTube not allow that anymore?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
TTV
they don't
still has their ads before the podcast.
Yeah, but they said they're just doing it until YouTube tells them to stop.
So we'll do it until YouTube tells us to stop.
That's a really stupid rule YouTube has. YouTube has a ton of stupid rules.
Yeah, like me, a Google Plus account in order to have a YouTube account.
I'm actually one of the few people who doesn't mind that. Maybe it's because I didn't get into YouTube until after Google Plus was a thing.
Yeah, me too. So it didn't affect me.
Yeah. Though YouTube is just terrible in so many ways about keeping things updated, like our stats. I hate waiting 2 days to figure out how many views we've gotten.
You know, what always irks me is that YouTube always sends me an email about the stuff I have in my subscription box after I've already seen it.
Yeah. The subscriptions. So many channels are getting mad about that. Subscriptions are not working lately. You never know when someone really has something out. Sometimes it says they have something new out and they don't. Sometimes they have something new out and it says they don't.
It's just like Lego with Ninjago. It's like coming soon to Ninjago, Tournament of Elements. Chen selling noodles. Ninjas go kick stuff. Garmadon, blah blah blah. And we're like, we just watched the whole season. Right as we announced it, we watched that season. We watched Shadow of Ronin. We watched Nindroid's Return. We watched crossover with Exo-Force. We've already seen it all. And
Crossover with Exo-Force.
Dude,
that's actually a really good idea. Ninjago Exo-Force crossover sets. That sounds really cool.
I would die inside.
Can you imagine, like, Ninjago has mechs, but what if they did Exo-Force type mechs with them? That would be so cool.
Dude,
I've got it. Ninjago, in the distant past, there was Sentai Mountain. And after the Great Robot War, the mountain was destroyed and crumbled, but the robots still live, and so they're a new villain next year.
Oh my gosh. Lego, if you're listening, make this happen!
And the ninja have to relearn the technology of Exo-Force's exosuits. And they have to use that to fight the robots.
Plot twist, that golden mech that Lloyd used in the battle against the Overlord, that was actually an Exo-Force robot.
That was an earlier form of the Golden Guardian.
And the first Pinjetsu Master was one of the Exo-Force guys.
Plot twist, what if it was Sensei, what's his name? Sensei Kikian?
I don't remember.
Kaiken, yeah.
That was so long ago now.
Someone's gonna comment and be all, gosh, Chris, it's pronounced blank, so let's just roll with it till they yell.
Speaking of stories, the new Bionicle books.
I like how before this podcast you're determined to, we're gonna talk about Bionicle, guys, and we just start off with talking about YouTube.
Exo-Force. I love my job.
So recently, what I find really interesting is recently their Lego partnered with Little Brown books for young readers.
We talked about this.
We did?
Yes.
Was I here?
I don't know.
Well,
probably.
Either way, just a few weeks ago, since we haven't done a podcast since then, they announced the graphic novels for Ninjago, Bionicle, and I believe one other theme.
Friends.
Oh, Friends. I know it couldn't be Chima because Chima's dead.
Yes.
Can I go ahead and quickly ask what they'd make a Friends graphic novel about?
Going to the opera?
I mean, how
went to the opera.
Many different cupcake stores do you open in one theme?
I don't know, they can't even... It looks like they attempted to make a TV show once, but all they could come out with were these minute-and-a-half video clips.
And apparently, I don't watch them, thankfully. I have better things.
My little sister watches them all the time.
Has she seen the Lego Elves special?
No, I'm making sure she doesn't, because I don't want that playing in our house. I'm sure she'd love it, and she'd play it so many times over and over again.
Little kids should just do that. How many times has my little brother watched the Lego movie? Actually, I don't know. I've been away from it.
That's different. The Lego movie is great.
Oh yeah, the Lego movie is awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah,
everything is Batman.
So I look.
Everything is cool when you're Batman.
I think it's a good thing that my little siblings haven't watched Bionicle Mask of Light, because how many times did that get overplayed to the point where I'd probably just hate this fandom eventually?
Roxy, blah, 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 blah.
It's just, they overplay stuff. I mean, it'd be so bad that one day I'd just log on the DCC and be all, I quit, guys.
Chris has taken too much mental trauma.
And then you'll take all our money and move to Mexico.
And then we'll be broke. And then we'll get, crack a lock. to protect our identity.
So anyway, I looked up Little Brown, and from what I can tell, they've never published graphic novels before. All I see is like normal books. I thought it was a different company
that was doing the graphic novels.
It's Little Brown, I'm pretty sure. Unless there's two Little Browns. I looked up Little Brown, and they just publish mostly adult novels, actually. I don't see any children's or graphic novels there. Of course, I couldn't find a site that was specifically for Little Brown novels for young readers.
I wonder if LEGO will do audiobooks.
They probably will.
Wouldn't that be cool? They get the narrator to like do the narration, and then they get a voice cast.
Hey, we'll get the guy who did all the episodes, and then he can botch up Gally's voice.
I really feel sorry for that voiceover guy because so many people just hate his guts at this point.
I think he does a good job.
He does, but he does a good job at some parts. In some parts, I feel he's just kind of stopped trying.
Well, it's the higher ups. Yeah. Blame the higher ups.
Always blame the higher ups.
They didn't even credit him in the video.
Yeah.
Someone who speculated it might be Merlin Mann who actually voiced it.
No, I've heard Merlin Mann speak. He does the narration for Scarillion's BIONICLE Abridged.
Malcolm Merlin?
Wait, Merlin Mann does that?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know he was involved in that at all. I didn't know he could be involved. Doesn't LEGO have something against that?
No, Scarillion got him. I'm pretty sure he did.
Huh. I did not know that.
Shout out to the Cliff Horse crew.
What they should have gotten is Morgan Freeman to do the episodes. I would totally launch to a Morgan Freeman imitation, except I just can't.
Tahu didn't know what heroes usually did in a situation like this, but it made good sense to run.
That sounds
run,
like
Tahu, run. See Tahu run.
Oh no!
But yeah, what are you guys expecting for the graphic
Tahu
novel?
Run.
What am I expecting for the graphic novel?
This wasn't previously announced, was the thing. This seems to have been like an afterthought.
What do I expect? Well,
obviously they're going to resurrect Michelangelo and get him to do the art. Restart the Tahiti project.
Magical place.
I know. Remember, we did get those few, was it in Belgium or something? They handed out those, BIONICLE comic slips.
Mm-hmm.
Those, I'm sure the comics won't be like those, because those must have been so early in design.
Liwa had giant ears.
Yeah. And then Tahu kind of looks like a pig.
And the size was wrong.
Mm-hmm. Onua looked nothing like Onua looks like now.
Oh my gosh!
Speaking of concept art, the Liwa designer video was released. In that, they had a really cool version of the Mirror in new mask form I would have loved to see.
Give me some pictures, maybe we can 3D print it.
It's not that I don't like the new Mirror, but I like
it's
the
Mask of
traditional Mirror.
Jungle.
I'm calling it a Mirror.
Oh.
Technically, we don't know what it's called until the books come out.
It's called a Mask of Jungle. That's what it's called online.
Well, when has online ever been right?
Every time. What do you mean? What do you mean? When has online ever been right?
Are you trusting the internet?
I'm trusting the official LEGO website. Yeah.
Nice. You're gonna tell me that Wikipedia is a credible source.
No, I'd never tell you that.
But Biosector is.
Yes, Biosector 01. Most reliable wiki out there. And we're not even sponsored by them.
The following podcast has been brought to you by Wikipedia, the free website. Play your trial today at wikipedia.com/BCC.
Chris, when you start your job for Google, see if you'll get them to sponsor our podcast.
Assume they even let me walk in the door. We know who you are.
We know who you are because we know everything about you.
You're still here?
Well, of course, I did fill out every single survey they sent me. I usually fill them out in your name with negative opinions.
What? Well, thanks, guys. Maybe I'll just go work for HP then.
The funny part is I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all.
You're a terrible, terrible person.
LQ?
You have failed this city.
We're taking this to the parking lot. You know the whole Chris versus LQ thing a while back? Oh man, it's going down. Like, I come home one day, hi, Mom. Hi, Chris. How's the interview? Well, it sucked. Why? LQ messed it up.
Then years later, you'll thank me.
Yeah, and they find LQ's body broken and mangled in a dumpster.
Then they rebuild me stronger and faster than ever.
No, they don't.
$6 trillion man because of inflation.
Actually, with LQ, you'd be like the $6 man because no one wants to invest.
Not only am I powerful, but incredibly affordable.
We're incredibly affordable. You know what's also affordable? Top ramen.
I love how we have this tangent in LQ before the recording's like, we're gonna talk about Bionicle.
Well, I'm trying to put it in that direction.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job.
So, heads.
We talked about that.
Yeah, but we never released that episode, and I wasn't here. Fine.
Why aren't you?
Leo, remember you mentioned about the Power Pack earlier? It's old news.
Oh yeah, how I was hoping that it had a red Skull Spider.
Yeah, that was the most disappointing thing about the Power Pack, was another blue Skull Spider. I have so many of those.
I have all the blue Skull Spiders.
Yeah, me too, because, let's see. What two protectors do the blue Skull Spiders come with?
The Jungle and Stone.
Yeah, so I have every single blue Skull Spider. And it gets so old.
You have all the Bionicle 2015 sets. Oh.
I have all but 4 of them.
Oh. I have all.
It's getting really old though.
Yeah.
Skull Spider legs. Oh.
The Skull Spiders. At first they were cool, but then after like your 7th set, you open up. It's just like, now I have to waste time putting these legs on the dang thing.
So for the summer set, you're going to open up the box, you're going to see this cool melded plastic mask. You're like, oh, this is so old.
No, I'm going to say that with Skull Slicer.
Like another one?
I don't think I'm even going to get Skull Slicer just because I'm so mad about that mask.
I'm going to get Skull Slicer.
I think I might get every single one except for Skull Slicer.
Skull Slicer is neat.
Well, see, I considered buying the Bionicle summer sets, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get the Elf sets. Those look really interesting.
The Elf sets, to be honest, they are interesting.
Elf is going to be abolished by this summer. That's happening soon.
I'm joking, guys. I hope you know that.
Well, no, really. I've seen some of Jane's reviews, and they're decent.
Leo, are you okay?
Yes.
How much sleep did you get last night?
I got 2 hours.
I got a full 45 minutes.
45. LQ, you stay up too late.
Wow,
I'm kidding. I actually slept around 10 hours.
Yeah, but you still go to bed too. Like, you're in the same time zone as me, and
I know.
while I'm off to get a reasonable
night's
sleep, you're still up.
Yes, I go to bed late and I wake up around like 9. I get a full 9 hours of sleep.
Man, yes. You wake up too late.
I don't. Are we really talking to me about this? Kettlers wakes up sometime between noon to 3.
Yeah, and soon you'll be the same.
No, I've been doing this for years.
Well.
Okay, theory. Or if you want, a conspiracy.
It's conspiracy.
LQ is Batman.
Ba, 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 ba,
so while I'm out fighting crime, I'm just talking to you guys on chat all night.
And we're chatting with him, but we don't see him face to face. For all we know, he's fighting crime in Gotham City and just testing us every now and again just to make it sound like he's sitting at his house doing nothing.
Oh, it's the return of Vakibot. He's got Vakibot doing his stuff.
Exactly. Okay, for those of you who do not know...
Gaz created Ultron.
Yeah, we made Ultron before it was cool.
Okay. LQ, have you heard about this?
What? The Vakibot?
Yes, Vakibot.
Yeah, I was there, and I was the one that got him abolished.
What, were you there when he first started trying to take over chat?
Yeah, I shot him a couple times.
Chris, were you the one who had this Hydra protocol put in for him?
Alright,
every time I typed out Hail Hydra in all caps,
okay, before anyone's really confused, let me explain the context here. We have a chat room. That's the context. That's where this is taking place.
No.
We should just make a BCC blooper reel.
I can't keep these files on my computer, though. Do you know if we have about 10 podcasts on my computer, it'll be totally maxed out of memory?
Wow.
Are you insane?
You need to get a separate computer just for the podcast.
What is this? Like Windows 95?
It's a 2 terabyte memory.
I mean, like, what are you running? An Emacs on there?
I am LQ.
LQ, yes.
I use outdated technology.
I don't use outdated
I
technology.
am here
It's
to
Windows
max
7.
out your memory.
LQ's doing his video editing on the command line.
His monitor is a black screen. He has to type into it.
Wake
and
up.
press the enter key.
Hey, if I really did all that, that would be pretty impressive.
Really?
Yes.
That would be
But
super
it made me impressive, but it's so low tech.
impressive
Like,
in the 60s.
like Chris and I, we already have our hollow screens from Stark Industries.
Boom. I have a Stark Industries t-shirt. It's so awesome.
I'm building a round tablet.
What will it do?
It'll be a tablet, but it will be round.
Will I be able to eat on it?
If you so choose to.
Okay, we talked about this. A round tablet will not work. Aspect ratio will come up. It's the most inefficient screen you can possibly design.
Well, maybe you're just using a tablet for the wrong things.
Like, what would you do with it? Everything would be curved. The perspective would be all off.
Think about it. What shape is our world? We're not in the 1500s anymore. We know the Earth is round. It is not.
No, it's
square.
a pear. It's round like a pear.
I mean, we can't type on your tablet. We can't watch movies efficiently on a tablet. What are we supposed to do with your tablet? Play Ultimate Frisbee?
Well, you can't do those two things on a tablet you have now anyways. It just doesn't work properly.
But LQ, the only part of the law of gravitation a tablet will obey is that it moves towards the center of gravity. That's all. It's not round because it has gravity and orbits.
Look at around you. What else is round? Look, my microphone. It's round. My webcam. It is round.
Now you're just reaching.
My camera. It's round. My cup. It's round.
It's a rectangle. My monitor is a rectangle. My roommate's giant TV is a rectangle.
Look at the corners of your desk. They're probably rounded.
My phone is a rectangle, and actually the corners of my desk
I also do not own a smartphone because of their shape.
LQ.
LQ, we're gonna.
You're still immersed in medievalism.
Well, no. Also, I hate iOS operating systems, but that's another point.
Next thing you know, they'll start telling us the Earth is flat and pigs will fly.
Did he just diss iOS?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
You could fit like an eighth of a computer with you. Are you really that desperate? You need to be connected to the grid all the time. Can't you wait until you can use a powerful machine to access everything?
Powerful machine?
Maybe I need to call my mother.
Yes, use a flip phone.
Why use a flip phone? What is this, Kirk Enterprise?
I have a flip phone.
Yes. Kirk to Enterprise. So LQ is part of the Starfleet.
Wait, LQ, you have a phone?
Well, sorta.
Excellent. I will send every solicitor I know on you.
That's why I have not given you the number.
Oh, this clarifies a lot of things now.
Yeah.
As you see, we have trust issues and issues of staying on topic.
Mm-hmm.
You know why Metro Nui really fell?
How what?
You want to know why Metro Nui really fell?
Because Metro Nui fell asleep?
Information technology. Think about it. They were probably running Metro Nui on round tablets. They have those Pinocchio things.
Nope. What? In Legends of Metro Nui, the screen Taraka Doom talked on was square. Square.
That's
the shape of evil.
The shape of evil.
The shape of evil.
I think LQ has watched too much Star Trek episodes with the Borg in them.
LQ, do you know?
Bionicle Mask Hunt. Oh, let's talk about that. The Bionicle Mask Hunt and how they changed the rules for some chump.
Hold on. Before we nail that, you know about the golden ratio?
The what?
I don't have time to get into physics. Let's move on.
It's not physics. I don't even know. Ah, it burns.
I thought you were going to start talking about like Archimedes, how he found the law of buoyancy.
First thing here, we have a swing for handicapped people. I've seen one of those before. It does not look like a mask.
Guys, you're killing me.
Okay, I'll give them that. This one looks like a mask. I'm not sure what it is, though.
Are we going to post
pictures? Dead, Jim.
Then, is this an inside of a trash can? A blurry picture of the inside of a trash can. Or something. I don't know. But it does not look like a mask with water.
Guys, why are we even reporting this as news? Isn't it news that people...
It came out 4 hours ago. I do this every time. A mask of stone. It's a brick. Brick, 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 brick,
social media, where brain cells go.
Brick. It's fun.
That was a good episode.
And then this mask of ice, which I don't think that looks like a mask. And something that has 3 holes arranged in the shape of a triangle does not count as a mask, people.
Let's just take a picture of the diagrams of my math homework. Hey, it's the mask.
My radio looks like a mask.
Confusion.
LQ, do I have permission to use our Twitter account in the BIONICLE Mask Hunt?
Yeah, but you'll just have to share the mask with all of us.
No. It'll be mine.
We'll
if
just
I take
keep
the picture, it'll be mine.
rotating it around every few months.
That'd be too expensive.
Yeah, LQ shows up at Leo's house. Ding dong! I'll get it.
If he shows up at my house, I'm leaving the group. Because I'll wonder how he found me.
I'm sorry, I don't get what's going on, LQ. It's my turn for the mask. You can take this mask, but you pry it from my cold, dead fingers.
Anyway, something that just really ticks me off is that they changed the rules.
Well, they can change it at their discretion.
I know, but then what's even the point of the rules if you're just going to change them?
I changed the rules.
I am the rules.
What that got me? Okay, case in point.
So all these entries, they're just going to be entered like into a random drawing for the gold mask, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've been meaning to enter to add some dignity to this contest, but I just can't find the time.
You know, what are they going to do for the 8th mask?
The mask creation?
Yeah.
That's the one I really want.
Yeah. It's precious to me. I desire it greatly.
I have an idea which will get us a lot farther. Instead of trying to compete for it, let's just bribe them.
Well, it's worth $120.
Well, you know, if some kid gets a hold of it, you could probably swindle it out of him for like 100.
Hey kid, I'll give you this nice shiny quarter for that beat.
Nice shiny quarter.
Thing.
Did you guys hear? This is just a story I heard. But the guy who...
Why do you think of that mask? But with this quarter, you can go get candy. I would not actually do that. I would just be all, I hold it for a few seconds.
And then you'd run away.
Goodbye, world!
Anyway, I've heard this story that apparently the guy that won the Platinum Evoki from the Cartoon Network contest back in the day, who was going to sell it and melt it down for profit.
Mm-hmm.
How? Who?
Can we put his head
to a jeweler?
Yeah, I mean, that's why, like, even though mock contests just go to the people who can afford the most parts pretty much, and have talent, I will not say that they don't have talent. But anyway, at least you know those people are BIONICLE fans, and that they're gonna take care of the mask.
Well, LQ, then you need to enter this and make sure at least one of them lands in your hands. That way, if some kid just ends up destroying all of them and you have the last one left, you'll be able to sell it for $10,000.
See, what user looks like a mask? Absolutely nothing.
Take a picture of your face. Hey, it's a mask. It conceals my brain. Technically, it does, guys. Just throw away a good idea.
You know, if I get the Mask of Creation, I'll somehow destroy all the other 7 masks. I have the only one left. And I'll sell it for like $100,000.
So you're gonna, if you get the Mask of Creation, you're gonna slowly like go on a bounty hunt and destroy all these other masks. And it's just like, there's gonna be, people are gonna start hiring security guards at their house just to guard these masks, and like it's gonna be Leo, the master thief. You come in, use air conditioner vents, and dodge all these laser beams, and go and then melt the mask down on the spot. Just a pile of melted gold is left. So you, since you just melted it, it's technically not stealing.
Leo's 11, because he's not gonna do this on his own. He's gonna get George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon.
Okay. Well, we have Orion.
Oh, of course. He could break into anything. Anything you thought was secure, it's not. He would know how to break in.
Okay. Looks like it's about time to wrap up.
We barely talked about anything we wanted to talk about.
I just thought of something. I mean, I'll be moving out of my dorm, but if you really want to put those masks in safekeeping, hide them in Roski Hall. No one wants to go there. No one would look there, and no one would be able to get to them. It'd just be perfect.
Anyway.
Can I have a consensus, or are we just gonna, like...
We're moving on.
No amen for you.
I guess we're pretending it never happened.
Yep.
Can I get an amen? Amen.
Okay. Chris, you want to send us off?
Provided you guys do not interrupt me a dozen times before I finish.
Well, now we will.
Yeah, if you hadn't mentioned it, we would have even known to do it.
You would have figured it out eventually. You guys are smart. I don't have to spoon feed you everything.
I choose to believe there is no spoon.
Boom.
I choose to believe there is no Liwa. You'll bend to my will.
No mini Liwa exists. He is simply a phantom of our minds. Alright, I should probably close this then.
Yeah.
Alright, well, thank y'all. Actually, no, sorry, it's all y'all. Thank all y'all for watching.
Bathtub.
You got a problem, Leo?
I know, I'm just interrupting you.
Alright, we gonna take us to the parking lot?
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching the BIONICLE Commentary Central. Please like, rate, favorite, subscribe, and watch us again next time.
Whatever. Job, LQ. You're a bad boy.
Wait!